Yes, I know, it's August. But the sellers who make six-figure sales numbers during the holiday season aren't planning those products in September and October. They're planning them right now. And if you want to make 2023 your best holiday season ever on Etsy, you need to begin analyzing the trends that we already see emerging. For anyone who may be new here, my name is Starla Moore, founder of the Handmade Alpha Academy for Etsy sellers and manager at erank.com, Etsy's most popular SEO tool. And over at eRank, we typically see the very first searches for holiday items and decor on Etsy in July and August of each year, with a steady growth that maintains until November, then dips off in December. So even if it seems early to us, shoppers are already looking for holiday-themed items, decor, and giftable products, which means that getting these products listed as soon as possible is essential to early success. One of my favorite ways to spot trending holiday colors is by exploring Christmas tree trends, which tend to be released around August each year. This is a great way to identify colors and themes that will likely trend across other areas of holiday decor and even clothing. And today, I've done a bit of the heavy lifting for you with a list of trends and colors to hopefully get you started. So let's dive in. Over the last few years, the phrase luxury metallics is one that I've seen floating around several boutique-style holiday sites, as well as large retailers such as Macy's. This theme incorporates metallic shades like gold, rose gold, brass, bronze, and silver, and mixes those shades with jewel tones such as navy and forest green. Even if you don't make holiday decor, these colors and themes fit along with many of the general home decor themes and colors that we've been monitoring over the last few seasons. This is a pretty good indicator that these themes and colors will likely stick around for a while. Bright colors, pastels, and candy themes are another holiday trend that moves away from traditional greens and reds. This trend in particular is really fun because it can be applied to nearly any industry, including jewelry, decor, clothing, stationery, and more. And this trend shouldn't come as a huge surprise, with pastel Halloween decor making a big appearance this season. This gives a pretty good indication that pastel themes will likely stick around for quite a while, allowing for a seamless transition from winter into spring product lines as well. With the rise of 80s and 90s themed decor, we've seen a huge rise in neon-themed trends over the last 2 years. So if you missed out on the neon Christmas trend last year, there's still plenty of time to take advantage of this aesthetic. Think back to the days of crazy arcade carpeting, neon signs, and infinity mirrors. Even across clothing and more general decor, we're seeing neon-inspired prints pop up in major retail stores, where soft glows are added to give the impression of a neon sign. And with the popularity of 80s and 90s aesthetics still on the rise, this is another trend that we'll likely get to enjoy for a few more years. During last year's trend analysis, I shared that coastal and beach-themed holiday trees were appearing across many major retailers. And this is another trend that we can expect to see this year as well. A notable keyword that I discovered while researching this trend is coastal cowgirl, with a fantastic ratio of searches to competition, making it a fairly untapped market to rank within. This overall aesthetic incorporates soft sea shades, wicker accessories, cowboy hats and boots, horses, and more traditional ocean imagery like seashells. For anyone looking for a trend that isn't overly saturated yet, coastal cowgirl may be just the sweet spot to target over the next few seasons. Over the last 5 years, farmhouse Christmas themes have maintained a high level of popularity across most industries, incorporating styles of red and black buffalo plaid, faux fur, galvanized metal, and weathered white wood. This is an industry that I consider to be quite safe for most businesses looking for a niche to dedicate themselves to, since it's a trend that I don't see disappearing anytime soon. Not to mention, the overall farmhouse aesthetic ties back to an entire lifestyle, making it possible to create products for nearly any industry. While there's definitely something fun about neon-themed holiday decor or a pastel-themed tree, there's also something really comforting about a traditional red and green classic tree. And because of this, we're seeing a rise in what is being referred to as traditionalist Christmas, which incorporates nostalgic styles and colors with classic items like holly, ribbon, and pops of gold. So if you're someone who prefers a more classic holiday styling, you may begin to see trending decor this year that is more akin to the colors and styles that we all enjoyed as kids. Whether you loved reading The Great Gatsby in high school or not, you've got to admit, these Gatsby-inspired holiday themes are really cool. Think black base layer adorned with gold and silver to create a glitzy 1920s aesthetic. And one of the best things about this trend is that The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald entered the public domain on January 1st, 2021, meaning that you can now legally create products inspired by one of the most famous works of literature in American history. Lastly, there are a few more notable retro themes circulating within the decor community that I thought were too interesting not to share. Not sure how popular these themes and colors will be on Etsy this year, but they definitely focus around a more handmade aesthetic, which may make Etsy an ideal shopping destination for people looking for these types of items. For example, I've noticed several blogs encouraging readers to focus on a mid-century modern color palette, alongside paper decor and ornaments. Colors highlighted ranged from bold pink and red to darker greens and blues. Another consistent theme that I'm already noticing in stores are these felt-topped mushrooms, ranging both from soft pinks and peach tones to earthy 70s palettes. This trend in particular stuck out to me because growing up, my great-grandma's whole house was decorated in mushrooms that followed these color palettes. So it's a trend that I'm definitely excited to see making a return. If you're an Etsy seller, you likely already know that Etsy has been moving in a really weird direction over the last few years, with ongoing issues that affect all sellers, such as a lack of customer support for sellers, wrongful shop and listing deactivations, and their reserve system, which currently holds around 30% of a seller's revenue for up to 90 days. And this is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the shared concerns of sellers on the marketplace, which is exactly why this Friday, August 25th, I'm requesting your help. On August 25th, thousands of sellers will be joining me in a mass movement to help promote change by tagging Etsy along with the hashtag #KeepEtsyHuman across all social media platforms. In your posts, we ask that sellers remain respectful while also sharing your stories and opinions of Etsy's current brand direction and how some of their recent decisions have impacted your business. For more details about this movement, be sure to watch this 5-minute video up here, where I talk a bit more about some of the reasons that we as a community are championing for change on the platform that we love most. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope to hear your voice this Friday.